What is going on, YouTube? We are back for episode number 24 of Project Architect number 2, and today, once again, we have a lot of stuff planned. To begin the episode, we must look at getting the transmutation interface, and it requires the Architron, which we made last episode. So if we go into our fancy-dancy little transmutation tablet, we can grab out a Architron, and with this, we need to make the transmutation interface. So we need to grab 4 energy condensers and 4 basic EMC links. So with these select few items, all we have to do is place this in the middle like this, place these around like that, and all 4 of these, and we have now made the transmutation interface. We must make sure we learn it because it is very important to make sure that we learn everything we make, especially when it costs 1.26 billion EMC. Now, it would appear I get a reward for making this block. And let's take a look and see what I get. I get netherite scrap. Once again, I am not getting the luck charm on these drops. I'm getting the probably the worst luck you could get. Netherite scrap is virtually useless to me at this point. However, that is okay because we have the transmutation interface. So now I need to make an external storage. So let's make an improved processor, which isn't too bad at all. We'll grab one of those like so. And now we need to make ourselves one of these construction cores, which is also really, really easy. So we'll craft up a whole stack of those, or I guess 19 in this case. And then also we need to craft a construction core, which is also very easy. So there we go. There's an external storage. And now what we'll do is we'll place this down in our base, probably right about in this spot, probably right here. And we'll add the external storage right here. And theoretically, all of the items we've ever learned in the entire mod pack so far should appear in here. And as you can see, we have 2 billion of all of these items. It's insane. Now, what makes this so good is that when you go to do crafting, everything you've learned is already in your system. For example, let's say I want to make, white dye. I have infant white tulips inside of my system, like literally right there. So I can just go like this, boom, and now it knows how to make that dye. And I didn't even have to go, work for it at all. It's really great. So the plan today, besides making that transmutation interface, is to expand on our power. Now you see there's more than one way we could do this. We could be using the power setup on this side of the room over here. However, I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be good enough because honestly, this setup isn't too great and we might need to get more power. So the reactor inside of power mod does generate, I think, 500,000 RF per tick, but there isn't an alternative way we could go. And that is by crafting all of these different generators from Industrial Foregoing. And as you can see, there is a whole whack ton of them and you can generate up to 25 million RF per tick. However, I don't know if that's going to be a today thing. It might be, but it might not be. So let's focus on doing power today, and we'll go from there. So to create the power generator, we want the spirited one, of course. We need to get these reactors right here. Now, these blocks are kind of expensive. As you can see, you need a bunch of the reactor spirited and all the different tiers. So we need to do a lot of crafting. So I'm going to spend a good while right now just making sure we have all of the recipes inside of our system, which shouldn't be too bad, but it will take some time. So if we take all of these reactor patterns and we place them inside of our auto crafting, I do believe we should be set up fine. And yes, I do believe so because there is 251 raw uranite. I know that's not how you say that, or at least I don't think it is, in the system, which is fantastic. So let's see if we can craft the reactor. So we'll go here and let's see if we can craft ourselves. Do you get 4 per? Is that right? Yeah, we get 4 per. 4 per. So that means we need 9 of these. Can we do that? By chance? No, we are missing this, which means if we grab some of the other raw resource we have, this one here, and we go usage, boom, 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 place that in here, we theoretically should be set up to do it. Let's take a look and see. Let's see if we can craft 9 of these, and voila. So now we just need to wait. It's going to take some time, but yeah, it's going to be very awesome. I've also seen some comments saying I need to use this setup right here to do some EMC duping with the Archimede, so maybe we ought to do that today too. We have most of the necessary stuff inside of this chest up here that we can use, and honestly, it might be worth it to even do the Arch of O, because yeah, that would be awesome. We would get like 250 million EMC. All right, we are now at only 4, or sorry, we haven't even crafted any of the niotic reactors yet. Actually, now we have. But we need to craft 12 more of the spirited and 12 more of the nitro. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be making some insane power. Now, the question is, where do I build the place for the reactor? Because honestly, this area looks to be really nice here, right beside these homes over here. But yeah, I think we might do something over here, build a nice new factory to house the brand new reactor. So let me get to work on wiping down these trees, and let's get this spot nice and ready to go. Now that the trees are gone, we need to make sure this is nice and flat. But luckily for me, I have this handy dandy builder wand that allows this to happen extremely quickly. So if you guys don't already have this this builder wand, make sure you get it in your world. It's very, very good. There we go. Now we need to clear up this hill just a little bit. Yeah, I'm thinking I got to get rid of this hill right here. This is a bit of a problem. Well, yeah, that doesn't look very good. We gotta make that look better. Okay, guys, I think that looks pretty good. Now it's time to get to building. Now, the question is, what kind of style? Probably something that looks a lot like this, but more in a factory idea. Ooh, I'm just looking at these recipes, and the bricks can convert into long red bricks using the stone cutter, and I can't lie. I think that looks really good. So let's make a stone cutter. All right, let's see what these look like. I mean, they probably look decent, right? Yeah, I think those look pretty good. Now, what we'll probably do is an 11 by 11 is what I'm thinking. So there's 11 blocks that way. All right, there's an 11 by 11 cube. Now let's add 2 more rooms to it. So we'll probably add it out on this side here. We'll go out to that spot there. And we'll probably do the same on this side here. Right there. Is that right? No, this has to be right there. Perfect. And there's the general shape we're going to rock with. All right, and there we go. I think dark oak with the bricks looks really good. So we're going to keep building this up just a little bit taller, probably a little bit taller than this building here, and we'll have a nice little factory. Okay, after a little bit of tinkering, I have found a palette that I like. So I got dark oak bricks and deep slate bricks. I think the combo looks quite good, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to do a roof. You see, the question is, do I do one that goes up and around, or do I do one that is a little bit more flat? I'm not really sure. All right, well, plan shifted just slightly. As you can see, the roof got a little bit more crazy than I thought it was going to. It is very vertical, but I think it looks really good, especially when you're crossing the bridge. It almost stands out kind of like a main building. So I think having the reactor in here with a nice big window is going to suit it very greatly. I got to take a little nap here, so let me do that quick. And there she is, looking very pretty. Now, like I said, I think a giant window in the front of it will look really good. And then I think on the sides here, these will be little rooms that have like maybe a little bit of a storage compartment in them for the reactor. Maybe we'll have a reactor there and a reactor there. That could be an idea. I think it'll look really, really good. So now we need to figure out what kind of roofing we want in between these here. I'm thinking something lighter, something maybe of the nature of pine wood. I think pine wood looks really good. All right, yes, I think that roof looks really, really good. So now we need to add in the window. Now I'm thinking something quite large, something that probably spans all the way from this block here all the way up into probably this block right here. Now, yeah, no, I think that looks really good. Yeah, something that looks just like that. And then we add a little V in there for Vade. And then honestly, I wasn't really feeling the orange, so I changed it to blue. I put a little doorway on it, and we can use something called ethereal glass. I think it's called ethereal glass, or something like that. Yeah, this stuff here. So not solid to players. Now, obviously for mobs, they can't walk through this, but players can. So I'll put that right here, just right in this spot right here. I think it'll look really, really good. And yeah, so now we can just walk right through this into our factory. And there we go. There's a little bit of an interior we can use. Now, I think we should chop out these areas here and just put some stairs because this looks a little bit derpy, one might say. So I'll do that very quickly, and I'll do that on this side too. All right, yeah, that looks way better. Now, lighting-wise is a little bit of a different task. We do have the lights in the floor, but I think adding some of those other light beams in the pack, these ones right here on the top, wrapping the entire roof in this would look really, really good. Something like that. I really do like that. Now, of course, we need to add some lanterns on the exterior. We'll probably just add these kind of randomly throughout the build. Some places like this, perfect. One here as well. And yeah, that's probably fine. We'll add a couple on the front like that. And all of a sudden, this build is taking shape. Don't ever forget the leaves, though. Grab some jungle leaves, check those in the front like this, and all of a sudden, you're going to have something that looks really, really good, really, really fast. So, yeah. I love jungle leaves, if you can't tell. All right, now it's time to work on the pathway. So I have it connected up right here, and then this pathway connects all the way to the new factory. But we need some lighting across the way, and I grabbed the wrong fences, of course. So with the little bits and bobs that we have with the fences and lanterns, some saplings, and some leaves, we have a pathway connects us right to the building. Yeah, now these are going to be the 2 spots for the reactors. So what I'll probably do is place the 3x3 on this block here and this block here, and that should have plenty of room. Now if we head back to base and look up a reactor, we should have, oh, okay. We only have 12. How is that possible? I think we need 36. So that means we need to go back into here, and we need to craft another 27, I do believe, because that did not work the way I thought it was going to work. But I don't know. Maybe that is not the case. I don't know. So if I crafted 9 and I got 12, I'm very confused. How did that happen? Okay, well, I think the math would be 18. So let's just craft 18 of these and hope that finishes up relatively soon. But in the meantime, you guys should tell me, how do I get the setup going for the EMC duping with the alchemy and stuff? Because honestly, that seems like a lot of work, and I'm not quite sure how to do it. But I gotta say, I am liking the new building. VadeCorp is looking very good. It adds a couple of new colors into the area, and yeah, it has a cool V on it, and the entrance is really cool. And this building is going to produce me a ton of RF. Oh, and guys, by the way, the tomato farm that we made last episode is fully grown, and it looks really good. And I'm picking up the farm stuff from over there. That's very weird, but the house looks really good right down here, and also the tomato farm looks cool. So based on what I'm reading about the coolants with the power mod, we need blue ice. The best is actually the dry ice, but we do not have that. So let's use blue ice, and we also need coal and redstone. And likely we will end up using the EMC links to get that into there, as well as water, which we can just use a very basic sink for that. I'm also looking into the next step of the EMC automation quest line, and it appears we need to make the Archimorph, which means we only really need 2 sticky balls. These probably are not very difficult to make, so let's do it. We first need to make a fractioning still, and I do not know what this does. I have never used this item in all of Minecraft history. Looks like we need some Invar gears and a redstone flux coil. Very easy to make, so let's place this downstairs. Oh, actually right here will work. And now we need to get crystallized sunflower oil, which means I need an alchemical imbuer as well. And the recipe for that guy is also really, really easy. Just a machine frame, and not only that, but some what was it called again? Constantan, some really weird ingot that honestly I don't know much about, but we'll grab 2 of those, as well as a flux coil once again, and there is our brewer. So we can put that down, probably actually place that down right here with a flux point and a energy cable on top like so. Now I'm just looking at the recipe, and it looks like we need sunflower oil as well as amethyst shards, but how do we get the sunflower oil? We need a multi-servo press, which we can make another one of those very easy. But that means we need a sunflower, and we do not have any of those, so let's go on a hunt for sunflowers. All right, and we made it. Here is a sunflower. Very easy to get and very helpful. So 32 MC, bang. So let's grab a stack of the sunflowers, throw them in the servo press. Oh, we need to make sure there is power going inside of there, of course. And throw those in there, and we should get sunflower oil. And now if we output that to the right, and we put an input to the left, I do believe the oil should go inside of there. And does it go inside of there? It sure does. Perfect. Now we just need a little bit of the crystals, or not crystals, sorry, the amethyst shards is what they're called. The amethyst shards like this. Throw those in here like so, and wow, that machine is awfully slow. This crystallized sunflower oil then needs to be pushed inside of this inventory over here with an input on this side here, and then we get ourselves the good old sticky balls. Now we only need 2 of those in order to complete this questline, so there is the Archimorph, and voila! See what we get? We got smithing template, runic etching. Once again, nothing good. Combine the Architron alongside sticky balls with the intense power of wither gases with an abduction smelter to forge the Archimorph block. This fusion compresses its energy, maximizing EMC output for your next level of creations. EMC gains 5 billion. Honestly, I don't really understand what's going on here. If somebody could explain, please let me know. The next thing is the Arculution? Is that what that says? And clearly there is stuff that I just have never seen before. Oh, there we go. This is what we need. We need the induction smelter. Here. See? I spoke too soon. All right, there is the induction smelter. And now we need to get those sticky balls so we can actually craft the thing that we need, which is the Archimorph, which is 6.25 billion EMC. However, there is something we need for this, and that's the Supreme Machine Frame, which now I get to show you guys how to use the ether gas, as well as all these different blocks inside of Industrial Foregoing. It is a little bit complicated, so bear with me. So the first step you need to do is get yourself the most basic one possible, which is the Pity Machine Frame. Once you have the pity machine frame, you need latex and all of these different things right here. So what I do is I just like to shift click it and take it all out of the inventory. And then we run over to our dissolution chamber. And then you throw all of those items inside of the latex version of it. This one right here. And do. And you will see it will craft pretty quickly. We do actually have a speed upgrade we can use. And there we go. Now we have a simple machine frame. Now what you need to do is combine that with these items with pink slime, which is in this one here. Now, if you guys don't know, you can pick up pink slime with a bucket and transport it over. So I just have pink slime going into there, and it seems to work okay. There we go. So once again, fly back to base, and then we need these items right here for this one here. So we'll grab all these out, and we might as well, while we're here, see what we need for the next stage. So we'll go uses for this one, and back here, and get all of these blocks right here as well. Just like so. Very easy. However, for the Supreme one, you need the ether gas. And as previously discussed, ether gas is gotten from the stasis chamber with the wither on top of it. And yeah, with a purple lens on the laser drill. So what we'll do is we'll put 2 of these in there. And we'll put, what is it actually? I need to make sure it's netherite. Boom, boom, and boom. And what am I missing right now? This one right here. And you will see it will craft, once again, with the upgrade pretty quick. Just like so. And there's the advanced machine frame. Now we need to use this one. So do. And you will see, once again, if we add the speed upgrade, it goes pretty quick. And there we go. There is a Supreme machine frame. It's really not too difficult, but it does take a long time if you don't have the machine set up to do it. So if we put all these blocks inside of here, we should make, theoretically, what I believe, the Arcamorph, which I didn't expect this to ever happen, but here we are. Wow, this recipe is extremely slow. I put in a little bit of an augment, the reinforced integral components, and it seems to be going just a little bit quicker. So now what I'm thinking is if you could automate this whole process to get to the point that I'm at right now, you would be granting yourself 6 billion EMC roughly per second, maybe even less. Obviously, there's a ton of groundwork you need to do to get to that point, but man, would it be profitable. And ladies and gentlemen, we now have the Arcamorph. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, there it is, right there. All right, and now we have 36 of the nitro reactor casing. So if we if we fly back to VadeCorp over this direction and place this down in this spot right here, I do believe it should build on its own. And sure enough, it is building on its own. And now we have a fully functional power mod reactor, and this thing generates an insane amount of RF. So let's grab some uranite, and how we're going to do this is pretty simple. We can use the Mark IV, because why not? We got enough EMC. That's plenty fine. Grab some item pipes, and I think these are the inputs right here, or maybe not. That might be power. These might be the inputs, and we need to get redstone going inside of one of these. So if we go like something like this, with a wrench, and then we grab some redstone out of our transmutation tablet, I do believe it should start filling up. Let's take a look and see. Yes, look at that. Now we need coal as well, so let's grab a little bit of coal. You can use blocks of coal, but we might as well not do that. So we'll fly behind here, and I'm curious to know, does this work? This might not work. It's a test that I'm willing to try, though. What happens if I do this? Does it work? Oh my goodness, it works. Okay, well that makes life a lot easier. And now we need to import the blue ice as well. So if we go do, and then we make sure that these are pulling out, which they are not doing currently. Let's make sure that we go like that. And we go on this side here and go like that. And then we actually have to break this wall, which is kind of unfortunate, but just the world we live in. Go like this and go do. Go back into here, and as you can see, we have the stuff we need inside of here. Now we need water and uranite, or however you say it. The one big limiter is going to be that uranite, or however you say it. I'm probably butchering it. It sounds like I'm saying urine, but whatever. Is what it is. The big thing is going to be that you cannot EMC it. You have to smelt it up and then transfer it over. So what we'll do is we'll get a huge amount smelted up, and we'll put a hopper with a chest, and honestly, that should do the trick. We'll grab a sink, make sure we have a mechanical pipe on there like this. And then we're going to grab out all of this uraninite, or whatever it's called. Grab a chest. Grab a hopper as well. Oh, whoa. I can't spell right, can I? Grab a hopper. 274 million hoppers. Fly back to the good old VadeCorp. I do believe the water can go in anywhere, so we'll put it in right. Oh, whoa. Slow down now. Make sure it's on the configurable items. And go like this. And the water is now inside. And now all we need to do is put a little bit of a hopper, probably somewhere like right there, with a chest on top. Fill this up and put all this uraninite inside of there. And now we are generating, oh my goodness, wait, 950,000 FE per tick? Is that proper? Well, my oh my, was this a great design. This is perfect. Let's make sure we add a plug on top of this. Probably somewhere like right... Is that connected? Oh, it's not connected. Does it connect down here? Ah, there it is. And click power. So now we don't have any power problems, to be honest. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate all of you, and I look forward to making the next one. This episode might be a bit shorter. I'm not quite sure. Life is busy as per usual, but we got a lot accomplished. We have the Archimorph, and we have a brand new building over there in the corner, as well as all the power solution we needed. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in episode number 25, I believe it is. Well, anyways, I'll see you there. Adios.